So you want to stop binge eating. You are probably binge eating daily, if not weekly. You're feeling out of control around food. You feel like you can't go a day without either thinking about food, feeling like you're gonna binge, anticipating that binge. I remember the days where I would just anticipate when the binge urge was gonna come. If I'd gone a few hours, I'd be thinking, oh shit, wow, I've gone a few hours without wanting to binge. What's wrong? Like, waiting for it to happen. So if you're in that space right now and binges are happening daily, you feel out of control around food, your cart is filled with wrappers from all of the binges that you've had, and you get to that place where you don't even know what to do with the wrappers because you want to hide it from either your partner or your friends. You don't want anyone to see all of the wrappers that you've had. It's embarrassing, and I get it because I've been there. But the number one thing that you need to do in order to break free from binge eating, and this was fundamentally probably the first thing I needed to understand and I needed to do, and that is to shift your identity. Stop saying to yourself, you're a binge eater. And this concept probably sounds like, what the hell? I thought you was going to tell me to diet. I thought you was going to tell me to eat something else or try and get some motivation out of anywhere. That's all bullshit. It doesn't come from that. Binge eating is a habit, and it comes from numerous different things for different reasons, and we'll talk about that in another video or another episode. But fundamentally, if you are binge eating, you are telling yourself and convincing yourself and reminding yourself that you have this habit and that you are somebody that binges. And what needs to happen is you need to start shifting your identity. You need to start pretending, literally, this is 100% what I did. Fundamentally, the first thing that I did to break free from binge eating, and this is exactly what I do with my clients that all have been able to break free from binge eating or overeating. But the number one thing you need to do is you need to start shifting your identity to somebody that used to binge. Start telling yourself, I'm somebody that used to binge eat. I'm somebody that used to struggle with binge eating. See the difference, the energy shift. If you're somebody that is showing up and reminding yourself daily, you're thinking to yourself daily, I'm somebody that struggled with binge eating. I'm somebody that used to struggle with overeating. You're going to start behaving differently. If we tell ourselves that we're somebody that binges and we're a binge eater, you're going to show up like that. You're going to behave like somebody who is a binge eater. You're going to think daily, and you're going to have the habits and actions to marry up with that identity. So you're going to behave exactly like how you think. And how you think about yourself and the identity that you have about yourself is the exact way that you're going to behave. So in order to start shifting that, we need to start shifting our identity. So start telling yourself, I am somebody that used to struggle with binge eating. Start there. I'm somebody, even if it feels completely fake right now, it did for me too. Start telling yourself and reminding yourself, journaling, whatever works for you, just thinking about that thought alone or just journaling it, saying it out loud, affirmations, I don't care. Just start shifting your identity to somebody that used to struggle with binge eating. I used to struggle with overeating. I'm somebody who used to struggle with overeating. Don't anymore. Even if today you've binged, even if today you've overeaten, tell yourself that. You are then, by doing this, you are then start bridging the gap to who you want to be, that person that doesn't feel out of control around food, that person that doesn't feel compulsive around food, that person that no longer binges. You're bridging that gap, and the first thing that we need to do in order to get there is to start shifting our identity. From there, we're going to start marrying up and behaving slightly different, bit by bit by bit. And this is exactly how you break free from binge eating. Not just this concept alone. Yes, there's more steps, but in order to do that, we need to shift our mindset. We need to shift who we think we are, because victim mentality, feeling low vibe, feeling guilty, feeling ashamed are all very, very low vibrational feelings and emotions. And that is going to keep you stuck. I guarantee it. If you continue to feel like the victim and feel like somebody that continues to binge eat, you will continue to binge eat. Fundamentally, you're not going to change unless you understand this concept. So start shifting your identity. Start literally fake it till you make it. Start telling yourself, yep, I'm somebody that used to struggle with binge eating. Even if right now it feels absolute bullshit, keep telling yourself that. Fake it till you make it. I believe this concept so much because I've done it, my clients have done it. And I promise you right now, I'm somebody that literally felt so out of control around food for years. And this, I've still got my own journal, my old journal pages where I would journal and say, I'm somebody that used to struggle with binge eating, and that I literally journaled, I will get through this. I will get through this. So I wasn't playing the victim. I wasn't saying to myself, oh my God, I feel horrible. I twisted and shifted my mindset to a more empowering thought. And that is how I was able to break free. Without that identity, without that feeling of I'm going to get through this, no idea how, no idea what I'm going to do, how it's going to happen, but I will. And I started showing up differently. Gradually, bit by bit, things started to piece in together. My habits around food started to change. My beliefs about myself started to change. That all needed to start with this identity shift. So I'm going to leave that there. And I'm also going to let you know that I have a podcast. I'm going to link my podcast down in the description box below, because I'm probably, if it's not out already, I'm going to record a podcast episode on this concept alone. So if you want to dive into that a little bit deeper, I'm going to link that down in the description box below. And also my first episode is out where I talk about my story with binge and emotional and overeating, the whole story. So if you want to know more about why I'm showing up and why I'm telling you this, why I'm so confident that this shit works, because it does, I'll link it that down in the description box below. Equally, I'll link some of my other videos as well. But yeah, very impromptu. I'm literally recording this on my phone, but I needed to get this out to you because I get where you're coming from. I get how horrible that feeling is when you feel out of control. So here we are, just filming it on my phone, in my car, no lighting, no nothing. If it's helped, please like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see more. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.